Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Ben McKee is in the building. Look at Ben. Look at that swag over there. Y'all see that swag? Ben McKee? Yeah. Ben has the drip. Huh? Yes.
No.
He has it. Hour number one is brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. We gotta move along with the times. It's about evolution. These players about to get paid. Kind of, sort of, some of them, a little bit. Some of them not much really at all. They'll be jealous and be hating. But anyways, you got to move with the times. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is 7 minutes past the top of the hour, or 6 minutes past the top of the hour. May the 11th, 2021. Glad to be with you today and this morning. You can download the free Swain Event app for Android and Apple devices right there at the Google Play Store or your Apple Store or wherever you get your apps. You can view the show on Twitter. You can view the show on YouTube. You can view the show on Facebook Live for all you Facebookers out there. Speaking of Facebook, man, why is Vol Facebook so much different from Vol Twitter? What's going on there? How does that work?
A different set of generations is my take.
What is going on there, man? It seems like there's one is like Tennessee fans 2021, the other is like 2075 or something. I don't know, man. Just two different galaxies, I guess. It's really weird. It's really weird. It's like, wait, are we fans of the same team here? It's a little weird. But again, glad to be with you on this beautiful morning. I don't know why it's cold. It's supposed to be spring.
Not a fan of it.
But I ain't complaining, Mother Nature, because you did make sure that Tennessee was first place in the East for a couple hours. We appreciate that.
That is true. Tennessee fans cannot complain about Mother Nature this week.
Unless Mother Nature decides to ruin the first baseball game of the season, of the last two seasons, that will be 100% capacity, because Tennessee announced that that's going down this weekend as Tennessee is hosting number one Arkansas Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Ben, are you ready for some mullet funneling? Huh?
Yeah, it's going down for real.
It's doing
gonna
that?
be a great weekend. No, I am not going to participate in that. It's going to be a fun weekend, an electric atmosphere. Just adds to all of the storylines that we talked about during hour 3 yesterday, and there's some chatter of potential extra bleachers being brought in.
Ooh.
So that'll definitely take place if Tennessee hosts a regional, which is all but guaranteed to happen at this point. The NCAA is supposed to announce the 20 sites or whatever later this week, and it would be a huge catastrophe if Tennessee was not one of those teams, their top 5 team in the country. I don't think they have anything to worry about at this point. So they'll definitely bring in some extra bleachers for left field for the NCAA tournament. Tennessee softball has done that year after year. When the NCAA tournament rolls around and they host a regional, Tennessee will put extra bleachers out in right field at the softball stadium. Sounds like they're going to do the same for the baseball stadium, and they could get here as soon as this weekend.
Let's go.
Also, some talk about Peyton maybe being in town, throwing out the first pitch on Friday night. We'll see if that ends up taking place. But
I don't know how I feel about that.
I know he does tend to show up when Tennessee loses. But that'd be pretty cool to see Peyton throw out the first pitch in front of a sold-out Lindsey Nelson Stadium to kick off a weekend full of just absolute awesome baseball. Top 5 teams going at it, number 1 versus number 4. That would be pretty cool. So we'll see if that actually comes to fruition, but that is the word on the street. So you throw in extra seats and Peyton on top of 100% capacity, and business is booming.
I got an idea.
You throw out the first pitch instead?
No, I don't want to do that.
How nervous would you be if you were throwing out the first pitch on Friday?
I wouldn't be nervous.
Really?
I played in front of 108,000.
I mean, I get that, but you were doing something that is second nature to you. Throwing a baseball is not second nature to you.
I mean, it's throwing a ball.
Yeah, but what if you go 50 Cent on us?
Bro.
Or what if you end up like that one chick and hit somebody in the crotch with it?
The only reason I would go 50 Cent is if I ate like a 15-piece wings and my hands were like slippery or something like that. That'd be like the only way that would happen.
Well,
man.
hopefully you would go wash your hands.
I mean, I'm saying that the only way it would happen if I did that and didn't wash my hands.
You think so? You think you'd be just fine throwing out the first pitch?
I mean, I ain't gonna be like Nolan Ryan or anything.
But you get it in like the vicinity of the catcher.
I mean, I won't be hitting any birds like Randy Johnson, but I mean, I'll get it in the vicinity.
You would go for the top of the mound, right? That's the only way to do it properly.
I'm throwing to the catcher.
I know, but some people get in front of the mound. They don't get to the top of the mound.
I'm trying to throw strikes, man. You got time to be throwing balls?
What do you mean? You can still throw a strike from the bottom of the mound.
Well, hey, whatever. Top, bottom, left, right.
Supposed to a real first pitch, a legitimate first pitch goes from the top of the mound.
Hey, man,
you got to instill some confidence.
That's not my idea though. But I mean, hey, whenever, I don't know, man. Maybe Tony's mad at me. He ain't come on the show since I've been on here. He came on when I was gone.
On the McKee event.
Yeah, on the McKee event. So I don't know, man. I don't know Tony will allow me to throw out the pitch, But that's not what I want to do. That's not my idea. My idea is to win in the series, okay? And Peyton's going to be around. So we got to have the best of both worlds here. We're trying to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time we won a game when Peyton was present?
He was at the Grizzlies game a couple weeks ago, and the Grizzlies won.
That don't count, man. Was Peyton at the Battle of Bristol? Was Peyton at the opener in 2017 when we played Georgia Tech?
What was he at the Missouri game this year? I think he was at the Missouri game this year.
Was South Carolina game?
Was he at the Vanderbilt game?
That's the question, man. That's the question of the freaking day because I don't know the answer.
Yeah, but we won't ever know the actual answer because who knows if he's come to a game and we didn't know he was actually here.
I'll ask.
You do that.
My idea. Peyton throws out the first pitch, but he leaves. To get the best of both worlds. We get Peyton throwing out the first pitch is a big deal, man. Peyton is like the most popular person in Tennessee. He throws out the first pitch, and then he leaves because we're trying to win.
Who's more popular between Dolly Parton and Peyton in the state of Tennessee?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I had that answer. You might have to check the text box on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. One would think
I don't
Peyton.
know. I don't know if Dolly gonna be throwing out in the first pitches though.
Think she'll have some obstacles to overcome.
No, sir. Bad.
Why can't Dolly? She's still
Bad.
young and lively.
More popular than between Peyton Manning and Dolly Parton in Tennessee.
I would probably say Dolly because Dolly, the country music fan in the state of Tennessee who does not like sports is going to know Dolly.
I don't know.
I stumped you, didn't I?
I am stumped. I don't know that answer. Andy says we're not playing Florida. Should be all good. Sir, Andy, Do you remember the 2017 Georgia game? Where like it was a special occasion and Peyton was in town. We didn't even score a point.
I think he's referencing the fact that Peyton could not beat Florida.
Oh, you wrong, Andy. You wrong for that one. It's true, but you're wrong for that one. Darth says Dolly. Justin says Dolly. It's strange, but some people are not sports fans. We'll go with Dolly. Dolly has Dollywood. I don't see anything about Peytonville. That's just a commercial. That's fake.
Not according to Brad Paisley.
That's fake. Dolly has a real little city. Dollywood, amusement park. Peyton got a commercial. Yeah, it's Dolly.
And Chad Ray makes a good point, especially with all the charity work that she has done throughout the state. And Peyton's done a lot too. But Dolly has been over the moon with how much she's given back.
Oh, it ain't even close, man. Text box is Dolly 100%.
The more you think about it, the more you realize that it's not actually close.
I'm just afraid to say anything bad about Peyton.
Well, you're not comparing him to T. Martin or anybody else, so you're good.
I mean, if you say Peyton's not the most handsome man in the world, people will try to take your Vol card away, your VFL card. So I was a little nervous, man. I don't want any emails. I don't want any viruses on my computer. Somebody sending me a virus because I didn't say, Peyton was more important than Dolly.
C-Mac, you ain't right. Oh, we've got a Peyton stan. Of course it's Jennifer Morris. Of course Jennifer would be the Peyton stan.
I think maybe she says no Peyton. Like, no Peyton. Maybe she's saying no to Peyton.
Yeah, but then she's saying, what are they thinking? As in, like, what are the people thinking that it's Dolly?
Punctuation matters. Dolly is repopulating the U.S. with bald eagles. Oh, it's Dolly, dude. Done. I was watching National Geographic a couple Saturdays ago with my daughter.
Mountain Troll says Peyton got the biggest forehead in Tennessee.
See, that's where we're going to get in trouble. We can't do that. That is a no-no. We're going to get canceled. Do not do that. Help City says, Swain Event almost said Peyton would. I did, man. I did. It's too early in the morning for y'all to be giggling like that. Too early. I can think of two reasons. Dolly is more loved than Peyton. Fans sure were getting ready to turn on Peyton after Shiano. Dolly. Oh, people will turn on Dolly too if that was Dolly trying to endorse Shiano. I think he's a fine fella. I think he's okay. I mean, what happened to Penn State? No one really knows. Dolly is canceled. We're done with Dolly. We're not going to Dollywood. Dolly supports Shiano.
Your Dolly voice is nice.
We're done with Dolly. She was hanging out with John Curry.
I like your Dolly voice.
That's not my Dolly voice, man. It's my fan voice.
No, the one you did before when you pretended to be Dolly and endorse Greg Schiano.
She's just country. Just any old country voice to do. Dolly is known by every living generation from 90 to 5 years old.
Facts.
Charter Vol says Peyton is always being recognized. Get Todd Helton, another baseball great, to throw out the first pitch. What about Julio Barbone? He just graduated. What? I want to see Julio.
There's 3 games.
Huh?
There's 3 games this weekend.
Julio, JP. Is JP part of the staff still?
No, not at the moment. He's like, yes, no.
Oh.
It's kind of like when he's in town, he works with him. When he's not,
he's kind of like a side piece.
Yeah.
For the baseball program.
Well, I think he's pursuing other interests as well.
Okay. Well,
other professions.
You can't let side pieces throw out the first pitch. All right. So, JP.
Chris Burke on Saturday when he's calling the game.
Can't throw out the first pitch. He's calling the game.
Who cares?
So
Everybody
Julio
knows he played here.
Julio is one. What's R.A. Dickey do? He still playing? He retired. Where's R.A. Dickey?
He's retired.
Yeah, go get him.
Let him throw a knuckleball.
Yeah, you know it's gonna be about 72 miles per hour.
Put you behind the plate. Let you try to catch it.
I'm good. So we got other options besides Peyton. I'm with you, man. I'm with you, Charger Fall. Let somebody else have some fun. Peyton and Tebow, let somebody else do something for a change, all right? Goodness gracious. Let somebody else do something.
How fast is Trevor Lawrence going to smack Tim Tebow upside the head when Tebow tries to sneak into the quarterback room?
Quick and fast. Get back to the tight end room. Get back to the tight end room.
I'd say we let Folky throw out the first pitch again. It brought us good luck against Vanderbilt.
I mean, I'm cool with that. And this is no like shot at Peyton. Like I really like Peyton. You know, I'm one of the folks that forgive Peyton for what happened with Shiano. He made a mistake. He didn't know what he was getting into. It's really his first time dibbling and dabbling like that after playing. Hey, man, he made a mistake. Much love to Peyton. But there are other folks that are great that play at Tennessee that deserves a little bit of the roses. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, let Folky do it, man. Let Folky do it. Where's Admiral? Get Admiral back up in here. Get Admiral.
Admiral's playing for the Magic this week.
You know, I mean,
signed a 10-day to end the season. Attaboy to Admiral.
We got private jets. Like I want to see some new faces. That's all. Where's Alvin Kamara? Bring Alvin Kamara back.
He was just here.
I don't care. He will resonate more with recruits than Peyton Manning. Condredge Holloway. That's what I'm talking about.
What about the one below Condredge?
No. We're not inviting Bruce Pearl to throw out the first pitch. Florida Vols fan. Mountain Troll says Uros. Yes, Uros.
He would throw a strike. His girlfriend's on the softball team.
That's right. That's right.
Let Ben throw out the first pitch. Yes.
No.
Yes. I have experience throwing out the first pitch.
No, man. You can't do it.
I threw out the first pitch, the final game the Huntsville Stars played in Joe Davis Stadium.
They couldn't find anybody else.
They wanted their esteemed bat boy, who they loved. I was the
no one was at the game.
I was the life of the stadium.
Wow.
Everybody says the life of the party. I was the life of the stadium in the visitors clubhouse, the home clubhouse.
Chip Haynes
up in the front office.
Chip wants to invite Nathan Peterman back. I think he just needs to be somebody else besides Peyton.
I don't know about Nathan Peterman. It'll get picked off before it gets to home plate.
Peyton and Tebow stealing everybody's shine. It's time for other folks to get a chance.
Nick 615 with the perfect one.
Ron Slay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he'd get the entire dugout crunk.
Yeah, get Ron Slay. Let's just be.
But then he may try to fight Arkansas. So
that's fine. We'll be right there. We'll have his back. We got your back. Like let's just we do the rinse and repeat thing. Let's do something new. That's all I'm saying.
John K.
Let's do a little bit. Let's be a little bit creative. That's all I'm saying.
When has Peyton threw out the first pitch before?
He's always being recognized. He's always here in big games. Like
he deserves it.
I'm not saying he doesn't. I like Peyton, but
sounds like you don't.
Don't start that, man. It's other folks, man. That's all I'm saying. Oh yeah, this is a good one. All 85 says B Mays. He's getting our basketball program back.
I like the idea of throwing Tyler Bray. He's good at throwing bottles.
I am, man. Just let's think outside the box. That's all I'm saying. Think outside the box.
If you can get Peyton Manning to a freaking Tennessee baseball game, you let him throw out the first pitch.
It's like wearing smoking red uniforms, man. It's like it's so much built up pressure. It's almost it's enough pressure playing the number one team in the country. It's enough pressure. First time 100% capacity is allowed. Hey, get somebody else, man. There's other great. How about Al Wilson?
Sounds like you're jealous.
I ain't jealous. I'm just saying let's. Oh, John K. Let's get Archie Manning out there. Hey.
No, he did not say Archie Manning.
Arch is named after Archie. So let's Little Archie Jr. out there.
He goes by Arch.
Whatever. We know the reason why he's named Arch. Let's get him out there. Candace Parker, let's go. That's what Billy Ratliff, let's go. Billy has good luck against Arkansas. Let's go.
Clint Sterner. Knoxville Mike, you stop it. Stop, Knoxville Mike. That's not right.
I knew one of y'all was going to say JG. Y'all are bad people. But Knoxville Mike is funny. Knoxville Mike, do you get your smoker working yet? Who's on the phone?
I bet Knoxville Mike wants Trevor Lawrence to throw out the first pitch. I'm kidding, Knoxville Mike. I'm kidding. Steve and George is on the line.
Steve, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Swain.
What's up, Steve, man? Long time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Working. Hey, listen, I got a question about Heupel, but I just want to say the reason why more people know Dolly is because the younger generation, from what I'm seeing, that's growing up in Tennessee, are either Clemson or Alabama fans. Sorry, but that's the truth. Every time I turn around, what you a Vol fan? No, I like Clemson. So they all bandwagoning, and we got to stop that. But hey, I got a quick question about Heupel. You probably already talked about it. I'm sorry I didn't listen to yesterday's show, but 247 put on their Instagram their list of SEC coaching hires, and they graded them. And, man, Heupel come in as a solid C. He didn't get the lowest. He got the second lowest. But Sarkisian was, of course, an A. But even, and I never can say his name, Bielema or whatever his name, he was rated higher. But
Bielema at Illinois?
Yeah, he was rated higher. But they were talking about the coaching hires. It may not have been SEC, but just wondering, does Heupel warrant a C? I mean, he was the second from the lowest. There was one guy that got a C minus. But anyway, I'll listen to your answer off the line. Thank you, sir.
C is fair. A C is fair. I'll go to the website. Ben, you're not allowed to go to that URL. I'll go to the website. Kansas hired Buffalo's coach, Lance Leopold.
Thank you, Kansas, for not hiring Jeff Monken. Thank you.
And then I'm not mentioning them. Nobody cares about them. Who Buffalo replaced. Anyways, so Auburn.
I want to know who'd they hire?
Maurice Linguist.
Yeah, that's a good hire. I know Maurice.
No one knows. No one cares. Brian Harsin, Auburn. Heupel, Tennessee. Gus Malzahn, Central Florida. Bielema got an A minus. Boise State, Andy Avalos got a B plus. Good job, Andy. Good job, Boise State. Blake Anderson got a B plus at Utah State.
What'd Butch get?
I'm getting there. Jeff Fish at Arkansas. No, I mean Arkansas, but Arizona got a C. Lance Leopold got a A minus at Kansas. Good job, Kansas. Clark Lee got a B. Vanderbilt.
So hold on. Josh Heupel got a C after being successful at UCF, and Clark Lee
to be in this conversation without being biased.
I'm sticking up for Tennessee.
I think you're gonna let your bias show here, Ben. Terry Bowden got a B minus. Louisiana Monroe. C. Sarkisian A plus, and this is what Steve is referring to when he called in and asked about Heupel getting a C. Butch Jones got a B. Kane Womack at South Alabama got a B. Charles Huff got a B minus at Marshall. Will Hall got a B at Southern Miss. Who are these people? Shane Beamer got a C minus.
The only reason Charles Huff got a B plus is because he came from Alabama. He's a running backs coach. That's why Coach G got the Bama running backs job.
Josh Heupel, C.
What's the reasoning?
Ben, stop being biased.
About what?
This is 247.
I don't care.
Tennessee went full Central Florida this offseason, landing the Knights athletic director and head coach. This is a multi-year plan for the Vols to pull themselves out of the depths of irrelevancy. What it hurt. It hurt right there. Whether Heupel can do that remains unseen. When Heupel was announced, it was largely a shoulder shrug. Not terrible, not great. Other, more accomplished candidates who no doubt scared away by the NCAA investigation. Sure, he's an offensive-friendly guy that AD Danny White wanted, but in the end, this seems like a fallback when the likes of Tony Elliott decided to stay put. Heupel's record at Central Florida declined each season. There were rumblings about how recruiting suffered. An offensive wizard who has a golden touch with quarterbacks will have to learn in a hurry how to recruit elite defensive tackles for the SEC, in the SEC, for Tennessee to contend, basically.
And what did we talk about yesterday with who Josh Heupel hired along the defensive line?
Rodney Garner.
Oh, you mean one of the best SEC assistant coaches ever at that position that they mentioned? That seems like a pretty good move by a head coach to go out and hire Rodney Garner.
I'm sensing some bias in your tone, Ben.
You need to see. This is where you're instigating. You're stirring the pot. You're instigating. Josh Heupel is not a C. He's to this point, he has been a better than C. Better than C is average. He has been a better than average head coach. He has. Them's the facts. He has been. He is a quarterback developer. His offense puts up a ton of points, and I do think once he settles into the job, and when I say that, once he has time to develop relationships and once this NCAA cloud quits hanging over him, I think he's going to recruit pretty well. Is he going to recruit well enough to beat Bama, Florida, Georgia? We'll see. That's a different level of recruiting well. But I think he's going to recruit just as well as Jeremy Pruitt, if not better. So I don't like to see ranking. I don't like it. I'd say like a B-, B.
I just want to know where they ranked the Jeremy Pruitt hire.
Probably an A because he came from Alabama.
That's what I'm looking for, because if you give Heupel a C after 3 years proving that he is a legitimate college coach and offensively he put up crazy numbers, and I don't understand how much, like, why people put so much weight into him declining at Central Florida when he inherited a program that went 13-0. And then last year you had 11 or more dudes out because of COVID, like starters. And I know Pruitt got fired last year, and there's coaches who got fired last year even during COVID. But that doesn't make you a bad coach at all to me. Now, if you want to say Tennessee is such a prestigious job, you should be able to go out and get anybody you want to, and because you didn't, it's a C. Okay, I really appreciate that, honestly. I appreciate that. That's probably more of a compliment to the Tennessee brand. That's cool. But, like, I'm looking at some of these other grades, and I'm like, how'd y'all come up with these grades? Where did y'all grade Jeremy Pruitt when Pruitt was hired? Because if Pruitt was anywhere close to Josh Heupel, we got some problems.
Well, it's not going to be anything below.
If it is the same or better than Josh Heupel's grade, then the whole list is irrelevant to me. Simple as that. During the break, I'll take a look and see where Pruitt was graded on the hire in 2018. 865-255-03. Be right back.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn, all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill or call 865-693-5400.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue, the search is over.
When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to ofonox.com. That's ofonox.com. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799. Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help. We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy. Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend low That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
For Mother's Day, I should have compiled a list of all the comments that you guys have made about Dolly Parton and sent it to your mothers. She would be so disappointed in y'all.
Why would you do that to somebody's mother on Mother's Day?
But she would laugh, though.
Would she?
No, she'll laugh. It's funny. It's totally funny, man.
Dolly brought it on herself.
She is Tennessee's queen. We're talking about basketball. I talk about Candace Parker being Tennessee's queen, but overall, it is Dolly Parton. Let's get to Knoxville Mike. Knoxville Mike, good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Man, you sound great.
Good. They say laughter is the best medicine. Let me
It
tell you a
is.
funny story about my smoker, okay? It won't take long.
Please tell us about your smoker.
All right.
You didn't read the
So
instructions.
after an hour or two of putting it together,
Mm-hmm.
I done what most people do. I go to YouTube to try and watch somebody else start it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after I couldn't figure it out, that's when I messaged you, and I didn't know it was supposed to catch fire. So after 3 times of it catching fire and me pouring a gallon of water on it to put it out, I finally realized that it's supposed to catch fire in that pot. So I was putting my fire out that I had made. So. But it's working good.
Knoxville Mike.
Yeah. Well, I told you it was a funny story. I warned you.
Knoxville Mike. Are you telling me
What?
that you went out and you bought an electric pellet smoker and it was working the way it's supposed to work, which is there's a fire that ignites in the firebox, and you put it out because you didn't think you were supposed to do that?
Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
So you did 3 times, and then you
Yeah.
messaged me. And
I'm going to blame it on, I'm blaming it on you. I messaged you and asked you, was it supposed to have a fire?
That was my fault. Okay.
No. I just always like to blame somebody else, you know?
I didn't know what I thought it was too hot, because sometimes it's too hot, and I was making sure that you had the baffle over the top, and you had it covered properly. That's what I thought you were talking about. I was telling myself, I was trying to be nice. I was like, how do you mess up turning on the smoker, electric smoker? What is Knoxville Mike doing? Is he drunk?
No, I've been using a propane. So on the propane smoker, all it does is heat up the wood chips and the water you put in the water pot, and you don't cook by a fire with it. I mean, the
That's
flame
right.
is on the very, very bottom. But anyway, I
It's
didn't
all
know.
good.
I know now though. I figured it out.
It's all. Hey, you live and you learn, man. I thought you were drunk,
Right.
but it's good. You wasn't drunk. You just
No, I don't drink.
you just had a moment.
I thought I was gonna have to start though if that smoker didn't start working.
But I'm glad it's working now, though.
Anyway, y'all have a good week.
All right, you too. Electric smoker is literally like cooking on a stove. It's really easy. Just turn it on. That's it. But it's cool to see like more people get a pellet smoker. I'm on the bigger and better things now. I used to get a smoker. I used to have a smoker. I used to use my pellet smoker back in the day when I was just starting off. But I had to upgrade. I'm on a different level now. Anyways, back to this list. I'm messing with you now so much. initially I said, yeah, it's fair, whatever. Not too high, not too low. C is safe. But you got to think about, like, where Tennessee was a couple months ago. You went 3-7 in the regular season. In December, news dropped about, internal investigation. In January, your own school had to let you go. Now, just look around the country. Look at LSU. Look at Kansas. Look at Arizona for so long. Schools that held on to their coach. Because there's a little bit of plausible deniability there. Pruitt and company was so messy that you couldn't even cite that. And, I mean, he was losing too. So you had to fire him and the AD, who was a Hall of Fame coach who has a street named after him, in January. You went out and you hired a coach that in the last 3 years has put up some of the best offenses in the country, and he hasn't been bad. Has he regressed from Scott Frost? Scott Frost is 13-0. There's only one place to go.
Correct. And statistically speaking, the offense actually got better.
Yeah, but I'll take the results. I'll take the results over the offensive stats. But I feel you. Like, so for Tennessee to go out there and get Heupel, in the last couple of coaching searches, getting Derek Dooley. Some will argue that it was his last name, because what did he do at La Tech to warrant getting a serious look at Tennessee at that point in 2010? Like, I understand now, the job is not as attractive now as it was in 2009, 2010. And then, like, Butch Jones, Cincinnati, shared a bunch of conference championships, didn't really win one outright. And then Jeremy Pruitt. So honestly, like, this coach is more proven than all three of the previous coaches.
How dare you disrespect Butch's championships, conference championships at Cincinnati?
Because he shared them. But he's like, it was a three-way tie.
What championship did Josh Heupel win?
It's a three-way tie, man. You don't get love for a three-way tie.
Would you rather share a championship like Tennessee basketball did back in 2017-18, or not share a championship at all?
Three-way tie in the
Would you rather
AAC
three-way
or
tie?
whatever it was.
Josh Heupel's in the same conference and didn't even three-way tie it.
I'm talking about Butch.
I know.
You're making
messing with you.
So that was the selling point when Butch was hired. It's a selling point that Arkansas State was trying to use. So actually, this is the most proven hire out of the last three. You can make a case that it's actually better than the C, considering what Tennessee had to fight up against with the unknown of what's going to happen with the program as far as sanctions. You had guys leaving. Hey, man, I think it's better than the C, honestly. How is Brian Harsin an A-, but Josh Heupel is a C?
And Auburn got turned down by like 5 coaches before it got to Brian Harsin. It mentioned Tony Elliott turned down Tennessee. Why are we not taking that into account for Brian Harsin and Auburn? What has Brian Harsin done that warrants him being an A?
I don't get it, man.
What is the explanation?
I mean, he had a stint there, Arkansas State, and then, he went to Boise State. They're saying that he had Boise State humming along after Peterson left. He was 69-19 during his time at Boise State.
Nice.
And so I guess that's why they're giving him a better grade than Heupel. But a A-? Brian Harsin, an A- hire for Auburn?
And,
Come on, man.
And talk about
regression.
like he had them humming along, but it was not like the Boise State that Chris Peterson had them at.
Is Brian Harsin that big of an upgrade from Gus Malzahn?
No.
Like A minus? Come on, man.
An A minus would have been if they had been able to land Lane Kiffin or somebody along those lines.
James Franklin.
Yes.
Someone like that, you know. But, hey, Brian Harson's a good coach, but still.
Yes, I like Brian Harsin.
A minus?
Yeah.
Whatever, man. Tennessee versus everybody. Let's go. John Kay said he's the most proven hire since Johnny Majors. Exactly, he is. He is. Volunteer Jack says Josh won the conference outright his first 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. I want to hype him.
I was just messing with Swain.
Dave from the 423 says, smoked my wife some ribs and a pork butt for Mother's Day. Turned out fantastic. There you go, Dave. That's how you do it. Volunteer Jack says, do you enter barbecue competitions? Absolutely not. I would get waxed. Too much planning. You gotta have a schedule.
Yeah. Planning is not your forte.
No, just that type of planning is serious. You know, I talked to George that in barbecue about like what goes into a barbecue competition, and like he walked me through the whole process. No,
not for you.
I mean, people don't understand. Like they see the shows, but they don't know the backstory, how those barbecue pitmasters really are successful. Like it's not easy at all. And then you gotta have like all this disposable income. Like these guys have a day job where they're very, very successful, and you know, smoking barbecue and competing is like a side deal for them. So no, I've never entered a barbecue competition.
But why can't you take the money that you got from the Danny White interview that Tennessee gave you and take that and apply it to a barbecue competition?
I thought about retiring from it. It's so much. Saudi Daisy says that Traeger is the best. Yeah, I got a Traeger. I got a little Tex. I got it in 2009. I honestly would love to get rid of it. Rodney in Austell says the Bama bump works even in coaching. Shaking my head. Butch AB. Yeah, like I'm sorry, man. That list is a little weird there. Butch is a B, Heupel's a C, but Brian Harsin's an A minus. It's just weird.
I think your bias is showing.
I'm not biased.
Oh yeah, you are.
I've told you.
You have
whatever site talks good about Tennessee, and whoever has the recruits rated the highest, that site is my favorite. ESPN, Rivals, 247. That is my favorite site at the time.
Then how come you have somebody who works for Rivals on the show every single day, and you have another Rivals employee every Tuesday, but there's not a day for any 247 employee?
You was here before you started working in Rivals, man. You was here before.
I think your bias is showing on that list.
Nah, man.
Yep.
I ain't biased.
Yep. Bias is showing.
I'm getting no check from Yahoo.
There was CBS.
To Rivals.
Oh.
John Cave, South Carolina says, are these grades based on the school? If Clark Lee got the job at UT, he'll definitely be an F. I think it's relative. Yeah, I mean, the list is weird to me. Bielema, what has he done since Wisconsin? Exactly. I think they're saying like for Illinois, it's a good hire for Illinois.
Which is why Clark Lee, even though I did say that he was not experienced earlier and Josh Heupel is, like to me, Clark Lee is a very good hire for Vanderbilt because he understands what Vanderbilt is, and he was the defensive coordinator at Notre Dame and was very successful in doing so.
That's why I said before the break, if they're saying Tennessee is such a prestigious job and it's so respected that even a coach like Josh Heupel gets a C, I mean, hey, it's kind of an accomplishment. It's kind of a compliment. But I don't take it as that. You know the national media is not going to look at Tennessee like that right now. So, to me, I don't like the list. Let's get Chris Lawson to start the first pitch. I'm with that too. Chris Lofton to throw out the first pitch, and then they go to the basketball arena and retire his jersey?
I think Clint Sterner should throw out the first pitch on Friday. Chris Burke can throw out the first pitch on Saturday. And then Billy Ratliff can throw out the first pitch on Sunday.
I think Billy Ratliff is a great one. I think it's a great one. It's outside the box. It's different. I love it. Tina, I can't throw out the first pitch. I need to see what happened was my shoulder. I got to rotate my shoulder. I got to loosen it up. It takes a couple days for it to happen. I don't want any politicians to throw out the first pitch. I actually want the politicians to shut up.
Swain,
I don't want to hear the politicians. I don't want to see the politicians.
What publication had you ranked the highest coming out of high school?
ESPN.
So ESPN is your permanent favorite?
Yeah, they're my favorite, man. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Yeah, ESPN had me as the number 2 receiver in the country. Rivals had me as number 6. Brett Hubbs had no pull. Hubbs, what's up, man? Why am I just a 4-star, 6-rated receiver in the country? Hubbs, you're supposed to be getting me some pull, man. I'm coming to Tennessee. Give me the vol bump. Couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. He had no pull then. But he has pull now. You saw that apology from Mike Farrell. Be quiet, Ben. Don't get in trouble. All right, let's get to the phones.
Can I laugh?
No.
We've got Dave Tona.
You can't laugh. Dave Tona, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So I just read an article that Arch is planning visits, and Tennessee was way down the list of that article.
It wasn't like a list that had Tennessee in order.
No, it didn't have them in order, but, I mean, his first 5 is set, and SMU is one of them.
I mean, if he goes to SMU over Tennessee, I won't be mad. It won't bother me at all.
It was what was it? It was Georgia, SMU, LSU.
Texas.
I thought that was very weird that SMU was included. There's got to be a connection because one of the schools that he has been interested in is Duke, and the only reason is because of David Cutcliffe. So there's got to be a connection to SMU somehow, some way.
And I mean, it's way too early.
Next year's class.
It's way too. He's like visiting 10 schools. It's way too early to get like emotionally attached to what school he's going to visit. Like, it's a long way away.
It is, but it isn't because
SMU's on the list.
think about it. If this was last year, Ty Simpson was ready.
So he's a sophomore about to be a junior?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought he was a junior about to be a senior. Ben, I got a question for you. What's Lindsey Nelson hold?
I don't know the exact number, but I think it's like 3,500-ish.
Oh, okay. Sueno, how's that puppy this morning?
Good, man. He had his best night. He
You
went to
must have
sleep
gave him some eggs.
Yeah, I can't wait to give him some eggs, man. When you supposed to start giving him eggs?
Not yet.
Not yet? Oh, man.
Not yet.
I got a whole carton waiting on him.
Yeah, I'd wait till he's closer to 8 months.
I can't wait, man. He got a carton with his name on it.
I'm not going to say too much about the eggs because, I was the laugh of that joke. So
I never heard of it. I thought it was weird, but apparently.
Oh, no.
It's apparently
high protein for dogs.
Yeah. I'm going to do it too. You put me on, Daytona.
You want to know the best way to give them an egg? Just give them the egg, not the shell. But a lot of people back in the day used to just drink eggs, and they say that's the highest form of protein that they could get.
Yeah, I'm gonna cook the eggs, Daytona. That's nasty.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give Steeler no yolk like that.
No, he's not working out like Rocky or anything. He don't need to do all that.
Yeah,
he's gonna have his
cook.
cook.
Because if that belly can't handle it, guess who's cleaning up that egg?
That's right. That's right. Lindsey Nelson stadium capacity is 4,283.
Okay, well, I hope it's packed. Hey, guys, Ben, what was the catcher's name that was real good a few years ago?
Tennessee's catcher was not good a few years ago, so I do not know which catcher you were referring to.
I mean, a few years ago. We had a really good catcher.
Jan Gomes?
Maybe that's who it was.
He's the national starting catcher right now.
Oh, okay, because I was thinking somebody like him. But I do think Peyton deserves to have to throw out a first pitch during one of the games.
He definitely deserves. He deserves to throw out the first pitch, be at every game. He deserves all of it. I'm just saying, let's do something new.
Well, Danny White's going to get him in and try to get him to bump up that level of donation. We need some money.
Who knows, man?
All right, gentlemen. Have a great day.
All right, you too, Daytona. Rodney says, please put Ace on video so all the black people in the world can see this live. And give my dog eggs. I'm doing it, man. I never heard of it before.
Now,
I'm doing it, man.
Now, Rodney, I'm
diverse.
Here's my question. You got to brace yourself for this. Rodney, prepare yourself.
Don't get canceled, then.
Some black folks do not like dogs. So
that's true.
Are these black folks that are going to be watching, or are they going to be nervous watching the video because they're afraid of dogs?
Yeah, some black folks don't like dogs. That's true. But I've never seen or heard of a dog be fed eggs. And I went to Grissom High School, by God, and 3 years of Mountain Gap, which is like a feeder school into Grissom. So I had 7 years of school on the other side of town, and I was like one of a sprinkle of black kids at the school, and I've never heard of this. You know how many sleepovers I had over white folks' house? Never seen it before. Well, never in my life.
I grew up as a white person, and I didn't see it for 20-something years until Daytona said something.
I learned something new. I'm not making fun of Daytona about that. If it helps the dog, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Had it. Eggs on sale the other day, Kroger. I'm doing it. Have you done it yet?
Nope.
So you don't believe in Daytona?
Nope.
You don't believe in him. 865-255-03. Be right back.
Top 100 Barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup, or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
When you see the happy face on our truck, you'll be smiling because you'll know that you're in love.
At Hiller, we care about your family's comfort all year long. If you get caught without air conditioning this summer, we're offering a free service call with any repair. That's a free service call when we do the work on your HVAC system. Visit happyhiller.com to schedule your appointment today.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
Touchdown or turnover is backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Touchdown turnover back by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong, better rates and better service. I'm going to make this quick. I'm going to make this easy. I'm going to make this simple for you, Ben, and all of our listeners. We had a conversation yesterday about Tim Tebow potentially signing with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hadn't played football in, 6 to 8 years?
8
years. 8 years hasn't played football, but he's just going to roll up and play tight end for the Jags. Hadn't played tight end, but he's just going to roll in and play tight end. Touchdown turnover. He makes the team.
Turnover. I would be absolutely stunned if Tim Tebow makes the team. I would be stunned. There's zero chance, in my opinion, that he turns out to be better than a prospective tight end who has been working on his craft the last several years, unlike Tim Tebow. Again, he has not played in 8 years. He has not played in the NFL since 2009. So he hasn't actually – oh, wait, those are his Florida stats. My bad. He hasn't played since 2012. That was his season with the Jets. I think he got a tryout with like the Eagles maybe the year after or something like that, a training camp invite, something along those lines. But last time he recorded a statistic in a game was 2012 for the Jets. And so not only has he not played football in a long time, but he's been playing baseball. And he hasn't even been working to be a football player. And not only is he not been working to be a football player, he's 33 years old, and he's changing positions. You cannot tell me that there is not a... I'd rather have Eli Wolf, Ethan Wolf, Dominic Wood-Anderson. Dominic Wood-Anderson over Tim Tebow right now. Who are you taking between the two? You're crazy if you're taking Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow at
Dominic
this age.
Wood-Anderson.
Thank you. I'm about to smack you upside your head if you told me Tim Tebow.
I had to think about it for a second.
He's 33, hasn't played football in forever, switching positions, hasn't been even working out to play football over the last couple of years. He's been playing baseball. Like, I'm sorry. You can't tell me that there's not a young up-and-coming tight end that did not get drafted. That every tight end that had the chance to get drafted deserves this opportunity over Tim Tebow. I like Tim Tebow
if they're better.
Yes, but I'm saying, in my opinion, that they will be better.
Yeah.
I just find it hard to believe that Tim Tebow would be better, given all the circumstances that I've mentioned, than those undrafted tight ends.
No, I mean, I agree with you. I'm going to turn over. I think what's going to happen is he is going to make a push. He's going to step down himself because you don't want to make it seem like that you cut him. You know, protect his legacy. And I think he's going to be he's going to work for the organization in some capacity. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars will find a way to use him because he's from Jacksonville, and they'll find a way to use him, but it can't be as a player because I don't think he'll be good enough to play tight end. I think he'll step down, avoid him being cut, avoid him being released, and he will work alongside Urban Meyer in some capacity. That's what I think is going to happen. I'm saying turnover. I'm rooting for him though. I hope he does it, but I don't think he will. And it's funny because the whole distraction argument is used with other players who are trying to get in the league. But Tim Tebow is already being talked about more than Trevor freaking Lawrence, who was the number 1 overall pick and played quarterback. Tim Tebow will be talked about more in Jacksonville than Trevor Lawrence. And that, my friend, is the definition of a distraction. But we'll see how it works out.
I'm just glad we don't have to listen to him on the SEC network anymore.
That's what Volstorm says. Espresso Vol says Tennessee used a volleyball player tight end. Just saying. He didn't play.
Yep.
And if it was only 53 spots on the roster, he would not be one of those 53. He would have gotten cut.
Yep.
It's about Woody Quinn.
That's college football with 85 scholarships.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a take yesterday. They were like, maybe you're going to bring Tim Tebow in to be a culture guy. He's a grown man. Ain't nobody listening to Tim Tebow, who ain't even been in the locker room for, this entire time, who's coming from baseball. These are grown professionals. They ain't listening to Tim Tebow. All right, let's get to the phones.
We got Turkey Man.
Irish Networks hotline, 865-255-03. 90 days, no payment for business internet. Let's get to Turkey Man. Turkey Man, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
What's up, Turkey Man? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Hey, if you need any help with Ace, you let me know.
Man, we
glad to help you.
We had our best night yesterday, man. He woke up at like 4:45, which is like 15 minutes before my alarm, and went to bed between 10 and 11. Walked straight in his crate and went to sleep. Had no problems. I mean, he is really a good boy.
I was going to let you know if you need any help in any direction there, you just let me know because when a man gets paid and has his living for a while, and I probably trained over 200 dogs.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna definitely bend your ear a little bit.
But a couple of things. Let's talk about the eggs and stuff. You need, of course, you probably know this, but you need to find something along the lines like that he really likes, because the makeup and design of a dog in his mouth, when you have to feed him something in the mouth, it's really difficult because he's different design mouth structure than the lab was. And so it's, a lot of times he gives the lab pill by mouth, open it up and put it in and close his mouth. This design, if you notice, his snout is more sharper and smaller. So something like that you could give medicine that you might need will help you too. Peanut butter, if he likes it.
Yeah.
Is he going to retrieve any? He's going to like to do that. You teach any dog to retrieve.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, my last dog was a chocolate lab, and one of my favorite things to do was to throw the ball with him. I had a chuck it. So.
Well, let me get you, help you with that if you want me to.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that off air, Turkey Man. We can definitely do that.
If you get you a paint roller, you know what a paint roller is. So he don't have his permanent teeth. It is a really good tool to use to fetch with.
Okay.
And if you're right-handed, and you are right-handed, you want to start walking him on your left side. And if you walk him, like in a corner, going a wall with you, then you can keep him from pulling right and left and start training him to stay in that beside you.
Okay.
And that way you have control. But you start that now, and it comes natural. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, good luck with your dog, and if you need anything, give me a call, and I'll be glad to help you any way I can.
You got to, man. Thank you, man.
Have a good day, guys.
You too.
God bless you.
All right, who we got next there?
Nobody.
Okay. C-Mike says, does that mean Tebow's giving up his role with SEC Network, asking for my friend Swain? He ain't asking for me. Jake from Nashville says, there's no way a 33-year-old walking up in the locker room because he's buddies with Urban will be good for chemistry, right? Nope. Because everyone in the locker room knows why he's really getting a shot. Everyone knows. So I don't know what Urban is doing. It's not like he's made every right decision since he's been there. He tried to hire Chris Doyle, the strength coach from Iowa. That lasted a day. So I don't know what Urban's thinking is behind this. And this ain't college, Urban. These are grown men. Nick Saban learned that real quick. Nick Saban ran back to college because he understood it was just a different ball game. So Urban's gonna learn that. He's gonna learn that real quick. Neela Mafia. Right on cue, right on time.
He dropped in yesterday afternoon when the news dropped too.
Forget 10 Tebow's what Neela Mafia said.
Is it what he said?
No, he said something more graphic. 865-255-03. Be right back.
While the other guys are taking guesses, the Swain Event is taking you behind the scenes and in the huddle every morning from 7 till 10 right here.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at GarzaLaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help. When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to OFOKnox.com. That's OFOKnox.com. We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work-from-anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses. It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
Good morning, Swain Event family. As you already know, I'm your go-to realtor when you are considering buying, selling, or investing in East Tennessee real estate. But did you know I can help all of you listeners in other parts of the country? No matter where you're listening from, there's a good chance I have several Keller Williams real estate partners in your area. I've developed relationships with realtors I know I can trust to help you with your needs. So give me a call, Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
Voted Best Barbecue in City View Magazine and a top 100 barbecue restaurant in the country, Dead End is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering and local delivery with Valet Gourmet. That's right, you can have Dead End brought to you. Can't think of the spread for your next event? Get Dead End to cater it. Check them out online, deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Hoes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. Attaboy is brought to you by Made in Tennessee Business Fiber Internet from Iris Networks. Find business solutions for you at irisnetworksusa.com.
Time for Attaboy here on the Swain Event. Attaboy is brought to you by irisnetworksusa.com. Iris Networks, 90 days, no payment for business internet. If you're looking for reliable, you're looking for local, high quality, business fiber internet or voice, you call Iris Networks. You call them 865-448-4747, Their Twitter account is irisnetworksusa.com. Made in Tennessee for Tennessee businesses, Iris Networks.
I'm giving Drew Gilbert, Tennessee starting center fielder, an attaboy because for the second time in 3 weeks, he has been named the SEC Newcomer of the Week. It's the third straight week a Tony Vitello baseball player has been named the SEC Newcomer of the Week. 2 weeks ago, it was Drew Gilbert for the first time. Last week, it was Jordan Beck. This week, it's Drew Gilbert. Once again, he's coming off of a weekend against Missouri in which he hit 600 for the weekend. He led the team with 9 hits, 5 runs, 4 doubles, and 6 RBIs. He had multiple hits in all 3 games against Missouri, tying a career high with 4 hits in Sunday's series finale, while adding 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs in Tennessee's 10-2 win. On Saturday, the series clinching win for Tennessee, he had 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and set a career high with 2 doubles and tied a career high with 3 runs scored. And then on Friday, he was 2 for 5 with a double in Friday's series opening win. So, Drew Gilbert really picked up the bat. He was in a slump there for a couple of weeks, but over the last 3 weeks, he's really turned it back on since the A&M series, and means a lot for Tennessee's lineup because he is the 4-hole hitter. So, attaboy to Drew Gilbert.
Attaboy goes to the Tennessee fans. Friday's game sold out. I'm looking at allballs.com for single tickets, and there are none available for Friday's game. Arkansas comes to town, and on Saturday, single seats only remain, but sold out. Sunday limited, so buy up these tickets. Ben, what's wrong with your chair, man? Your chair broke? Why are you swinging over here looking at me like that?
I think this is the perfect weekend for Jason Swain to make an appearance at a Tennessee baseball game.
What game is best? What's the best game to go to? Obviously, if it's like tie, 1-1, that'd be the best, right? But what's typically is the best game to go to, especially in this case? What would be best?
I mean, it's kind of hard to predict because, like you just said, if it's 1-1 after Friday, Saturday, then Sunday will be the deciding game. The Vanderbilt series, Game 2 on Saturday, ended up being the best because Evan Russell hit that grand slam. So, I mean, you don't really ever know. I like the Friday night game just because there's so much anticipation and there's just so much excitement in the air, and who knows what happens after that. I mean, Tennessee could lose 8-2 on Friday like they did to Kumar Rocker and Vanderbilt, and the excitement's gone for what felt like the weekend after that. And then you're hoping, okay, hopefully Tennessee can salvage a game and not get swept by Vanderbilt, and then the heroics of Evan Russell takes place. So I like the Friday night game because there's like a clean slate, the anticipation, the excitement surrounding the game. I like the Friday night game, and typically that's your ace versus the other team's ace. It's a night game. You don't have to worry about the heat too much. I like Friday night's game the best.
Woo.
But you also never know which one will turn out to be the best.
Attaboy to the fans, man. 100% capacity announced yesterday from Tennessee. So shout out to everyone that made that happen. It's going to be packed. Can't wait to see the videos.
I see what you did there.
What? I'm not saying I'm not going. I don't know. But I can't wait to see the videos. Because being there and then seeing the videos that are edited and sliced up and put together, like it's
get you hyped.
It's still going to be different. So the videos are going to be
same way with football.
Mm-hmm.
Football and basketball.
Oh, yeah.
You could be there in person, and the videos that Tennessee comes up with. Tennessee fans are lucky to have the VFL films and the social media team that Tennessee does.
They do a great job.
Because they do a great job and put out great content. Makes you feel closer to the team.
For sure. That's the point.
They've been doing a great job with those videos, the episodes that they've been putting out with Inky Johnson narrating.
They do a great job, man. Let me get to this text box. Philip G says over under 2+ years before Meyer steps down because of his health. I'll
say over. He'll at least be there 3 years.
I'm trying to see how long Nick Saban was at Miami. He didn't last 3 years, I don't think, at Miami. I think if Nick would have had a franchise quarterback like he was trying to get in Drew Brees, he probably would have lasted longer there. Having Trevor Lawrence, I think, helps, and the NFL is different where all the rules are geared towards quarterback and propping up the passing game. So Urban has some things on his side. He does. Yeah, Urban was there 2 years. Nick Saban was there 2 years. Urban, I'm going to go push, man. I'm going to go push on that one. This is the first time. And I want to give a shout out to the Tennessee Titan fans who are also Vol fans who are also Vanderbilt fans, Georgia fans, South Carolina fans, or really any fan of the SEC. If you are a Titans fan and another fan of another SEC school, and I'll throw in Florida State too. I throw in Florida State because you played Florida every single year that Urban was there. This is the first time that Urban has entered a situation, Florida, Ohio State, where he didn't enter the situation. He didn't grab a hand that already had a bunch of spades in it. You can go look at maybe Bowling Green. He built that up, maybe at Utah. But when he took over Florida, Florida already had ballers. I mean, Ron Zook did a great job of recruiting. Ohio State already had ballers. He inherited Braxton Miller. This is the first time where he's entering a situation and he doesn't have a ton of spades in his hand. It's kind of like the person at the club or in school or anywhere that does the most talking when his friends are around. And his friends are really tough and really strong. And they're badasses.
So DR Vol.
But as soon as that trash talk gets along, he's quiet.
Yeah,
he don't say anything.
Yeah, that's DR Vol for sure.
This is the first time Urban is without his friends.
DR Vol sure loves to run his mouth on social media and on these airwaves. But boy, if you saw the text that he sends me,
he's so nice. He's
so nice.
He's a sweet guy, man. Sweet guy.
How's your mom doing?
Sweet guy.
Hey, if since I live so close to your grandparents and everything going on with the pandemic, if you need me to go get groceries for them and run them over to them, I definitely will. Hey, how's your wife doing?
He's a good guy. So this is the first time, Titans fan,
get on the airwaves,
that you can catch Urban Meyer. First year, rookie quarterback. The Jaguars are the worst team in the division besides the Texans. You can be slapping Urban around a couple of years, man.
Definitely can. Now, I will push back on you a little bit. I agree with what you said, but I do think that Urban's not taking that job if the Jags don't have the number 1 pick and Trevor Lawrence is available. So, he is facing a rebuild, and he, like you said, he doesn't have a ton of spades in his deck, but he's got one pretty big ace up his sleeve, and that Trevor Lawrence will theoretically help speed up the rebuild. So I agree with you. He is facing a major rebuild for the first time in a long time, but he conveniently stepped into an NFL coaching job when the time was, quote, right. And it was solely because of Trevor Lawrence.
He always does that. Always does it. But this time it's different. It
is.
The Titans will be clapping those cheeks.
Yeah, they will. That'll be
for
fun.
sure.
For sure. But I'm just not gonna give Urban's still he's not slick. He's still doing the same old things
he ain't slick.
he was doing. He and kudos to him. He played it perfectly. Don't take an NFL job just to take an NFL job. Just because the Texans come calling doesn't mean that you should take the job. The Texans have the worst offense or the worst roster in all of football. And the fact that they have the worst roster in all of football, they didn't have a pick to the 3rd round because they traded all their picks away.
Yeah, they're going through a PR disaster right now,
yes,
too.
Exactly. And on top of the PR disaster, they have the worst roster in the NFL. Didn't have a pick until the 3rd round. They have Deshaun Watson, and they still took a quarterback in the 3rd round, despite their roster being the worst in the NFL. So that tells you what, they think about the Deshaun Watson situation.
I mean, they're protecting themselves, man, just in case. You never know.
Yep.
You never know.
Urban is not slick whatsoever. He is facing a rebuild, but he timed it perfectly, and kudos to him. That's what he should do. He shouldn't jump at an NFL job just to jump at an NFL job, and he gets Trevor Lawrence, and I believe the Jaguars have a bunch of draft capital, so he's definitely facing rebuild, but he was smart with how he went about it.
We'll go to the phones. We'll go to the text box. We'll go to YouTube. We'll go to Facebook Live coming up after the break. Stay with us. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
for what is coming up on the Swain Event.
Hey there, Swain Event listeners. I'm excited to share my new Keller Williams Realty app so you can tour homes without leaving yours. Not only can you search for homes in specific areas and neighborhoods, you can also have access to real-time market snapshots on stats like average home price and days on market, plus commute times from your office, school zones, and much more. Download my app today and get the most accurate information on buying, selling, and investing in real estate in your area. Just search for the Keller Williams Realty app and click on More in the lower right-hand corner. Type in Jennifer Morris in the Your Agent search bar, then save and you're set. And as always, feel free to reach out at 865-257-7897 or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work-from-anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
There are articles and news stories that you read about the things that people do. And when you're reading those and you start to shake your head, you start to scratch your head a little bit. You get confused. You don't understand why. You start to ask questions. But really, there's only one question that matters. What is that question, you may ask?
For what?
Swain Event fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Ben McKee, Jason Swain here, live from the Low T Center studio. I got for what's. University of South Carolina's president, Bob Caslen.
Bob Kesling?
Bob Caslen is on for what today? University of South Carolina president admitted to plagiarizing a portion of the speech he delivered during an on-campus graduation ceremony over the weekend. He's issued an apology 3 days later and taking full responsibility for not citing its original speaker. Did you see the video?
No.
Near the end of the roughly 3-hour in-person live stream ceremony, in the induction of the president of South Carolina's Alumni Association, Caslen, without indicating he was quoting a prior speech, repeatedly, nearly word for word, 2 paragraphs of the address delivered by McRaven, who served as a chancellor of the University of Texas system 2015 and 2018. I saw the video. I was wondering why he said California. Wait,
he didn't even change.
Why did he say California? I was wondering why he said California. It's weird. I was like, what? Am I missing something? Because I know USC is the real USC. That's in LA. But this is South Carolina. There's no way that. Wait, what is going on here? But I saw the video and the guy said California. I was like, wait a minute. Don't tell me the guy didn't even take the name off the project before he turned it in. At least you can do that. If it's not your work, at least take the name off before you turn it in and put your own name on it. Oh, man. What an embarrassing moment for this South Carolina president. But you know what really happens, though, for students when they plagiarize? What happens to students?
They get expelled.
They get kicked out. Yeah, exactly, man. They get kicked out. Kicked out. Kicked out.
You think he'll get fired?
I don't know, man.
I mean, he should. Go back to the conversation yesterday about the Kentucky coach that got a DUI over the weekend. What was your thinking on a coach getting in trouble?
I mean, there's some mistakes that you make, and listen, he's a human being. He made a mistake, and one thing I hate is like just counseling people just because. Like, I think there are certain cases where a person needs to be counseled, you know, and you know, I think the attention put on cancel culture has made us so tired of the word is that when people who legitimately deserves to be canceled, they don't, because now it's been talked about so much, it's been made, you know, such a big deal. But there are some cases where folks deserve to be like canceled. Like R. Kelly, he deserves to be canceled.
Well, I'm not necessarily referring to.
But I'm saying, like, with this guy, whoo, you the president of the university, you plagiarize an entire, like a speech. How do you have any credibility? How do you move forward? How do you not fire him? I mean, I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, he made a mistake, and he's just about to he's about to get himself canceled.
Yesterday, you said that somebody in the position of a coach, their punishment should be more severe than a young person making that mistake. And to me, that applies to this situation.
Agreed.
You are an educator who, I guarantee you, has preached that you can't plagiarize over the course of your academic career, and you've probably punished people for plagiarizing, and then here you are plagiarizing. And
publicly.
Yes, and if you are expelling people for plagiarizing, then you should be fired for plagiarizing.
I sent you the 15-second clip.
You did.
Yeah. Won't you play it right quick?
I got you.
Congratulate you as the newest California. Congratulations and please be seated. Congratulate you as the newest alumni from the University of California. Congratulations and please be seated.
Yo, you gotta change the name on it, man. At least.
The person recorded said, "What?
What? Whoa.
That would if that was my graduation, I would legit be mad as all get out about that. I mean, I talked yesterday about how growing up, like my biggest aspiration was to graduate from the University of Tennessee. If I got up there and Chancellor Plowman or President Boyd goes, "Congratulations, you're now a graduate of the University of Texas." You know how mad I would be? You ruined my moment. I would be madder than all get out.
Especially if they copy, like, the commencement speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got stepped down, man. He got stepped down. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Let's go to the text box.
Go to it.
Jamel from chat says, like people saying they offered a big offer. Ball Coach 5 says, tune in. First words I hear are clapping cheeks. It's going to be a good Tuesday here in Hardin County. It's right. The Titans are going to be whooping up on the Jaguars. And finally do with Urban Meyer that no one has been able to do Urban Meyer when he was the coach at Florida or Ohio State. Finally. You ain't right, QC Rodney. Johnny B from Tennessee says, I hope Trevor Lawrence doesn't turn out like an Andrew Luck situation for the Titans. Yeah, well, he just owns the Titans 2 times a year. I hope not either. He's a good player. Chip Payne says, is Middleton the type of player that Garner likes to play on the field? Talking about Rodney Garner. To answer that truthfully, I think there's a reason why Tennessee has brought in defensive line help. And I don't truly know if Darrell Middleton is going to be a part of this team in 2021. I don't know. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying I don't know. I do not know. Wasn't out there during the spring game. You know, it's it just don't look right. So I don't think I should sit here and say that Rodney Garner likes the type of player that Darrell Middleton is right now. Doesn't mean that he can't like him later. But right now, I can't say that Rodney is necessarily thrilled with the play of Middleton. That's just me being honest with you, Chip. Let's go to the phones.
We got Tremel.
Tremel, good morning.
What it do?
What's up, man? Good morning.
Morning. How y'all been?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. That what is it, a principal? A professor? What is he, the principal? What is he?
President.
President?
President of South Carolina. Yeah. Presidents.
He out of there.
This man
so that's good news.
Plagiarized a commencement speech.
Yo, so my nephew last night pitched in the playing district game. We won 0-10. Man,
wait,
I was a nervous wreck out there.
Y'all won 10-0.
Yep. 10-0.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I did it backwards, didn't I? So a little funny tidbit with that, right? So I got this. I've had this this crown on my front tooth for like, I don't know, 10, 12 years.
Is it gold?
No, I ain't gold.
Oh, man, you should
You have seen me before.
I know.
But anyway, listen to me. So I had the surgery to get the tooth removed because I'm getting an implant. So I got this little flipper, right?
Mm-hmm.
This little fake tooth. So I'm out there. This is the first time I'm like, he's pitching and he having a flipper in. So I'm animated, of course. If you all know me, you know I'm very animated. So I'm out there. He still got like two, 3 kids in a row. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And the flipper fell out of my mouth, dude. Went flying. I heard you picked up, put it back in my mouth.
Your fake tooth fell out?
Yes, bro.
Kind of like Mr. Wilson, man, with the chiclets.
It went flying.
The chiclets.
Because I was yelling. Man, it was embarrassing, but
did you feel embarrassed like a woman whose wig falls off?
No, I picked that thing up so quick. I don't even think anybody saw it.
Did you put it back in your mouth or did you blow it off? Was it 5 seconds?
What? It wasn't no blowing off. I had to go back in.
So it hit the ground and you just stuck it back in your mouth.
Man, I did, bro.
Did you use hand sanitizer to wipe it off? At least
hand sanitizer.
I mean, it's dirty.
But then his mouth would taste like hand sanitizer.
Better than what's on the ground.
No, it's not.
I'd rather go with grass.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's on the grass, and I picked it up, put it back in.
Yeah, I'd rather go with grass.
So when this came out, did you look like a Bama fan for a second?
I do look like a Bama fan when I'm in the mirror.
Oh man!
I don't say roll tide though.
Keep those teeth in your mouth.
But you just said it.
Man, you know what?
Keep the teeth in your mouth, man. I would.
Man, that was hilarious last night, though, man. But my dude balled out last night, man. I was so proud of him and nervous at the same time.
Yeah, I'm happy for you, man. That's
cool. First time pitching in like a game like that, you know what I'm saying, for the school.
That's cool, man. I'm happy for you. That's
he
a cool
balled
moment.
out, boy. Yeah, it was awesome.
Has Tony Vitello reached out to him yet?
I don't know. I would hope so, but that'd be sweet.
They start getting commitments in from 8th graders nowadays.
He's like almost 6 foot at 14.
What grade is he in?
Going to 90.
What team is Tony Vitello recruiting them to?
Tennessee.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, man. If these dreads be twisted, man, we'll get up to our fellas.
All right, see you. Did Jamel say his tooth fell out?
Yes.
Joe in Augusta says, how can you not have a spot for Middleton? Second, if you're giving a commencement speech, mistakes are forgivable, but this was a lack of interest so bad, you're screwing up while lying. These kids busted their tail, and you show how little you care about mailing in their commitment speech. That deserves an all caps for what? I'm not saying you don't have a spot for Middleton. What I'm saying is I'm just answering Chip Payne's question, which was, is Middleton the type of player that Garner likes to play on the field? And I don't think Garner likes to play the type of player that Middleton is, because there's too much smoke about whether or not he is going to be on the squad. Something's a little weird about him not being out there during the spring. So that's just me answering the question there, Joe. You need bodies, but you also need guys that are 100% bought in. I'm not saying that Middleton is not, because I don't 1,000% know. I might not 175% know, but you need guys that are going to lead and be bought in. And if Middleton is not, then you got to do what you got to do. But a little weird that he wasn't out there. So that's just me trying to answer the question the best way I can there, Chip Payne and Joe. But I'm with you on the South Carolina president. I don't see how you keep him as the president of South Carolina. That was like a public embarrassment. Or you can turn it around and use it as a teacher moment. I don't see how you survive it, but you could try. Nebraska Vol says, after yesterday's show, I went to Henry To's commitment post on Instagram to see all the players who had congratulated him, and I seen Ben's favorite player, Dominic Wood Anderson, had showed him some love. Well, Dominic picked Tennessee over Alabama. I'm pretty sure he felt like he should have went to Alabama too.
I hope Henry Toto. Never mind.
Well, I told you what I hoped during the show. I mean, before the show, when somebody said that it was his birthday today, and I said I hope he has diarrhea.
That's not what you said.
And he tries to poop to fart.
Yeah.
I said, I hope Henry Toto, while blowing out his candles, has diarrhea and tries to fart. That's what I hope. I can't wish too much ill on the young man, but I can wish that. Poopy draws. NC Vol says, Swain, please don't give Ace those factory farm eggs. You interested in some chickens on Swain's Farms? Man, I'll take your eggs, but I ain't putting any chickens in the backyard. I have a neighbor that has like probably about 10 chickens, and I'm good. This neighborhood don't need any more chickens making any noises.
What about peacocks?
We good. We don't need that either. We're good. We are good there. We are good. Did I answer your question, Chip Payne? Yeah, I told Turkey Man. SY says, let's do this off air, Turkey Man. I told Turkey Man, hey, let's do it off air. Turkey Man was like, what you do is you get a paint roller. That's what you use to play fetch. Turkey Man was not listening to what I said. He just wanted to tell me how to train my dog, which is why I love Turkey Man. Pizza Mon says your house is about to smell like dog butt. No. Ben will tell you. It does not smell like a dog in here.
It smelled like a dog long before the dog came along.
Ooh. No, you just crapped on wifey.
No.
I'm going to tell her.
I'm talking about your office, the only room in the house that I go in.
No, I'm going to tell her what you said. Let's see here.
The same woman that always tells you to clean up your office for Ben.
Don't try to clean it up. I'm telling her.
No, you twisted my words. Instigating once again.
I'm telling her. It's over. Let me hit up YouTube right quick.
Hit it up.
Happy birthday, Henry. Good morning, Donovan. We asked a question about Dolly Parton or Peyton Manning, who people love most in the state of Tennessee, because the conversation started about throwing out the first pitch at the baseball game against Arkansas. And so Killer Dude says Dolly is a national treasure. Also says definitely Dolly. Henry says Peyton got it around here, guys. He got it around here, but not like Dolly. Not like Dolly. Donovan says let Candace Parker throw out the first pitch. Lady Vol legend. I like that too. Somebody different from Peyton. Just do something different, that's all. Derek Barnett, Eric Berry, Jason Witten from Killer Dude, and Andy. Jordan. Make sure I throw in Jordan in there. Taryn says, I know it's old news from yesterday, but I hope Henry T gets his head busted when he plays the mighty UT Vols. That ain't cool. This ain't no game. He don't need no damn congratulations for being a coward and tucking his tail and running just because things may be a little difficult. I guess his mama raised a girl. Goodness gracious, Taryn. I won't go that far. I'm not even mad at him, Toto, to be honest. Not at all.
You just said that he hopes he has diarrhea and he tries to push out a fart.
Yes. Yeah, I do hope that. But I'm not mad at him.
Sounds like somebody that you would be mad at if you're wishing that on them.
No. I ain't mad at him for transferring. I do hope that happens, though. Because he's the Bama. I hope every Bama player goes through that. I hope they have diarrhea. Again, but I'm more disappointed in Henry's father, and I'm more disappointed in former teammates showing him love like he just got drafted by the freaking Atlanta Falcons with the #1 overall pick. See what I did there? Hour 3 coming up.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Out-of-town law firms have been true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Top 100 Barbecue Restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Hour 3 is powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com, reinventing men's healthcare. Let's get to DR Vol. DR Vol, good morning.
Hey, guys. Yeah, forgive me. I've got morning voice. I kind of woke up late. I just turned my app on. Swain, did my ears deceive me? Did you say you wanted Andy to throw out the first pitch?
I didn't say that.
Go back and check the tape then.
Where'd you see that? I said Andy Jordan on the chat box here on YouTube mentioned Jason Witten throwing out the first pitch.
Oh, okay. Okay, there might have been a long pause or something. Guys, you're talking about teammates, Meston or whatever, Henry T. I would go with WWJD. What would Juwan do? Because you know he wouldn't have been on social media congratulating somebody going to a rival.
Nope.
You know,
Weird.
I guess that was the whole thing's strange. It just, I guess it shows where we're at as a program. Which now, from what I remember, didn't Brandon Kennedy have people congratulating him going to Tennessee?
Yes.
From Alabama?
Yeah, it's different.
As I mentioned yesterday.
It's different though.
Okay,
it's different. Like Brandon Kennedy wasn't going to play at Alabama.
So when Tennessee starts winning and they have a reserve backup center who's not playing a lot, you'll be okay with them congratulating him for transferring to Alabama?
If Tennessee is smacking Alabama for the next decade the way Alabama has smacked us, and the second string any position decides to go to Alabama, I'm not going to care.
Yeah, and if I move to Mars, I won't be of this planet anymore either. But
yeah, I won't care as much. I really won't.
Yeah.
But the overall point is that like that is today's society. Like I went on that whole soliloquy yesterday.
What's today's athlete? You know,
like
the athlete that swaps jerseys.
They want to be
after
coddled.
game. Well, I mean, they just don't understand. They don't understand how it was, a couple of decades ago when like guys really tried to like take each other out during the game. You wasn't buddy, wasn't best friends. Like the level of competition was higher. The will to win was, I think, more than it is now. I mean, you get a lot of jersey swaps and things like that going on. Which, listen, I understand if you got two dudes from the same school and they play on different teams in the NFL, but like it's buddy. It is buddy. So I think it speaks more to today's athlete. Now you can say that tells us where we are as a program, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but I look at like the overall picture, and I think it's today's athletes, man. Jersey swaps at the end of the game, cacking it up. Nah, man, you are the enemy. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, we need more Juwan Jennings busting a Vanderbilt player's head on the sideline, personally.
We need that type of mentality, not the action, but the mentality for sure.
The action wasn't too bad. I kind of enjoyed it. I noticed the buddy last year, even with JT throwing those pick sixes to Kentucky. I mean, we're just too giving as a program, it seems.
What's wrong with you? Why are you the way you are, D.R. Ball?
I don't know. I've asked that several times, Swain. But, all right, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I just want to make sure my vote for first pitch is the Queen, Candace Parker. You have a good day.
I like it. When y'all going to leave JG alone? Huh? When y'all going to leave your boy alone? Ever?
No, I don't think so. I think he will always be a running joke.
Yeah, it probably will be. Probably will be. 865-255-03. Are they necessarily lived up to what we expected? But yeah, there's some players in Michigan for sure in the portal. Don't know if Tennessee wants to take them or not. When we get Austin Price on here, we're going to ask him about kind of the numbers and where we're sitting and how many more we can legitimately look at and realistically take. We'll talk to Austin Price here shortly. But first, let's go back to the phones. Who we got?
Dave Tona has called back in because he would like to inform us on something that he just did.
All right. What you do, Daytona?
Hey, guys, I'm not in a good zone, I don't think so. Hopefully you hear me okay. I just got a little payback against Alabama.
Okay.
I'm driving down the road, and out at the edge of this driveway, I seen a big sign that said, a yard sign that said, Bama graduate. And I was like, no, I didn't. So I went down the road, turned around, came back, stopped at the edge of the driveway, jumped out, pulled it out, laid it down, and laid an old Tennessee mat, one of my face masks, on top of it and took off.
Daytona, you trying to get whooped?
No, dude, there wasn't nobody there.
How old are you, Daytona?
Dude, I got some payback.
I get it. I understand, man. I get it. I understand. How old are you?
54.
How did that make you feel? Did you feel young? Make you feel young?
Yeah, it did, kind of. My adrenaline was going a little bit.
I've thought about rolling my neighbor's house just to try to feel young again, or egging someone's car.
Yeah.
Feels that I'm sure it felt great. I'm sure it felt like that.
It did. I just had to tell y'all that.
I appreciate Daytona. Daytona is a big kid, man. Daytona gonna get whooped. Better be careful.
Kevin, go get your dad. Kevin, I know you're listening. Go get your dad. Go get Pap. He's
They tell him about to get himself in trouble. Them fighting words right there, man.
Daytona's the type to use his one call to call us too.
He would. Vossarm says, no, stop allowing Daytona's double dip. Terrell says, that boy double dipping, ain't he? He is. Yes. Yeah. Jackson says Michael Jordan went golfing with Danny Ainge during the finals. Do y'all know the reason why Michael Jordan went golfing with Charles Barkley during the finals?
If they watch The Last Dance, they do.
When the Bulls played the Phoenix Suns in I think that was the second championship. Lakers were the first. I think the Suns were maybe the second or third. Anyways, so Jordan and Barkley used to be friends, and like Jordan took Charles Barkley and those guys to play golf for competitive edge. He took them to like butter them up so that way he can kill them in the games. Like there was a method to his madness. Can't say the same thing that's going on, going on today. GBL says, has anyone talked to Andy about Middleton? I'm pretty sure he's talked to Middleton's people. Boy, y'all crazy. Joe in Augusta says, as a Falcons fan, taking a decent underweight linebacker who can't cover the pass at number one overall is exactly something we would do. Oh, my God. Steven Richmond says, what happened to D'Angelo Gibbs? He left. He opted out. He left. I ain't coming back, I don't think. I don't think he's coming back, which is weird. It's weird, but I understand. Man, COVID has given a lot of people perspective, and maybe D'Angelo Gibbs has put football on the back burner, and his family is more important. His family was hit by COVID. He had several people pass away. Chip Payne says, please tell Dave don't be stupid while being stupid. Man, somebody can come outside and put them hands on Daytona.
Somebody go snatch Daytona up.
They gonna peel his muffin cap back. Be careful, Daytona. You better be careful going in people's yards taking their signs.
Go mess around and get your cheek slapped.
Man, you gonna get yourself in trouble, Daytona. Don't be trying to blame it on us. We didn't give you that idea. Blame it on DR Vol. Hour 3 will continue after this.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
Good morning, Swain Event family. As you already know, I'm your go-to realtor when you are considering buying, selling, or investing in East Tennessee real estate. But did you know I can help all of you listeners in other parts of the country? No matter where you're listening from, there's a good chance I have several Keller Williams real estate partners in your area. I've developed relationships with realtors I know I can trust to help you with your needs. So give me a call, Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work from anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
Home service problems occur, even at the most inconvenient times, like during a health crisis. And Tiller is always here to help you 24/7. As people are social distancing and staying at home on workdays, it's an easier time to take care of home maintenance items that you feel are necessary. And we've put new safety precautions in place, like wearing gloves, avoiding physical contact, new sanitation protocols, and limiting time in your home. We're here for you.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill or call 865-693-5400. Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. irisnetworksusa.com.
Joined by Austin Price here on the Swain Event. Austin Price of VolQuest.com. His time is brought to you by Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams Realty. 865-257-7897 is her telephone number. Keller Williams Realty. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, call Jennifer Morris. Austin Price, good morning.
What's up, Jason Swain?
What's up, man? Let's do it.
Do we have to?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. I want you to tell me first, off the bat, man, Tennessee has gotten a couple defensive linemen, gotten a quarterback, gotten a receiver. Numbers-wise, like, are we at the limit? Are we getting close to the limit? I mean, how many more potential transfers can Tennessee get? walk us through the numbers.
Well, I do think they're at their limit. Now, I say that based off the fact that, if they could possibly take a couple of more transfers, if the right people fell their way. But if they do that, they have to take away from the class of 2022. So those would, count forward. So I don't think Tennessee really wants to go down that alley unless it's someone that can help them multiple years. So like Javonte Payton, Caleb Tremblay, they're 1-for-1. They're here, 7-8 months. I don't think Tennessee wants to take anybody like that at this point. I think Tennessee would, though, if the right person fell their way that could be, a help to this program and they feel like is worthy of taking away from the 22 class, then I do think that that's possible. But I still lean to they're probably done. Maybe add one.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, I understand you may not want to dip into the transfer portal if you don't feel like it's worth it. I see so many advantages from getting a player, and this is the caveat here: a player that is emotionally mature, physically mature, and a good player, better player than what a freshman high school player would be coming in. I think you make the move, in those three cases: physically mature, emotionally mature, and he's a good player. If you can get a player like that, I mean, I think he may be more valuable than a high school player, especially if the player has, 2 or more years of eligibility.
Yeah, I think that if one of those guys is available that you're describing, that's something Tennessee would look at pretty strongly. But not always the case.
Mm-hmm.
And you also got to factor in, like, not every name in the portal is squeaky clean behind the scenes. You start checking off all the boxes of the criteria you're wanting. Someone who's got multiple years left, someone who you feel like can really help your program right away, someone who can do all the little things off the field, correctly. Jason, I mean, not everybody's going to check all those boxes. So the number of people that you would, look at, I mean, there might be somebody out there like that, but they may play a position that you're really full at. So, finding a pass rusher or a corner, or another linebacker that fits and checks all those boxes, that to me, that's when it becomes more difficult.
I understand.
Austin, are all of the transfers that Tennessee picked up in the transfer portal, I guess only one quarterback can start, but we'll go with the transfers that Josh Heupel picked up, or are the Josh Heupel transfers going to all start game number 1?
That's a good question.
That's why I asked it.
I'll lean no at this point. I don't know why. I just don't think they'll all start, because I don't think that Dejon Terry and Caleb Tremblay will start, because they do like Matthew Butler, they like Elijah Simmons, and they like some of those younger D linemen. Javonte Payton, I mean, to me, it's going to be harder for him to, crack a receiver lineup and be on the field against Bowling Green. That's just my opinion. I mean, he'll play. I'm just saying, is he out there for the first play? Which is what I would consider starting. That to me is harder to do. So I'll say no. Not every one of them will be on the field for the first offensive and defensive play when Tennessee plays against Bowling Green.
A good chunk of fans were surprised that Tennessee decided to go with a receiver over a second defensive lineman, and this was before Tennessee picked up Dejon Terry. What receiver that was already on the roster do you think adding Javonte Payton puts on notice?
I don't know if it really puts anybody on notice. I just think that, Tennessee happy enough with their receivers and felt like they needed to add more experience. I think it puts on anybody on notice who hadn't played the position a long time. You know, I think this staff really feels like Cedric Tillman is steady Eddie, and really makes some of the, you know, better catches, you know, amongst that group. I mean, Bayless Jones, Jalen Hyatt. And they're going to play so many receivers with their current offense. I don't know if it puts anybody on notice. Now, defensive line, you know, I think that, you know, some of those older guys should be put on notice. You know, the Greg Emersons, the Aubrey Solomons, the Darrell Middletons. But, yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, you know, if you had asked me 3 weeks ago, is Tennessee going to take a receiver, I'd have probably told you no. Because, you know, myself personally looks at Tennessee and thinks they're okay there. But they don't think they're okay there. They think they need to add somebody, and so they did. And then they're the ones there every day. So, you know, I mean, a lot of fans don't understand why you take Dejon Terry over Jay Hardy. Because everybody sees, well, he's a former four-star from Chattanooga. He's not Cade Mays. He can come back home. You know. But, I mean, you got to, again, check all the boxes that we just talked about. You know. And, you know, can Jay Hardy end up back at Tennessee? Sure he can. I just think he's got some stuff to do before he ends up before he potentially could end up at Tennessee long term. I don't see him here this fall.
You think he plays in the Power 5 this year?
Well, if he's coming to Tennessee at some point in the future, no. You know, I think he would have to go JUCO. You know, so we'll be interested to see what he does, what decision he makes. If he ends up in junior college ranks for a year, then I think there's a strong chance he ends up back at Tennessee. Gotcha. If not, then obviously no.
Gotcha. 865-255-03. In your opinion, what's the strongest position going into the summer for Tennessee?
Oh, you know, I would have to say offensive line. You know, I just feel like that's a real steady group. You know, I mean, are they totally settled there? No, because they've got to find their tackles or their, you know, consistent tackles. But I think they're a deeper unit than given credit for. And, you know, wide receivers would be right there as well. I mean, I know they had Javonte Payton, but I still think on the whole Tennessee's wide receivers are pretty good. You know, running backs just inexperienced. Obviously, we know what the quarterback situation is, and it's a thrill a minute. Defensively, you know, you would say the defensive line, but the fact they picked up 2 transfers tells you otherwise, and you don't have any confidence in the linebackers. And the secondary, I think, is solid but thin.
Austin, I want to touch on the defensive line one more time, one last time, and in part because we got a question on the text box about
who's it from?
OG was asking about Greg Emerson and Omari Thomas, and if they are going to take a step, and kind of why does the talk of the defensive line continue to be that room needs depth when you look on a roster and there's a bunch of bodies there and a bunch of guys who are upperclassmen?
Again, what you and I think this team needs and what Rodney Gardner thinks this team needs is two different things. Rodney Gardner isn't happy with, you know, his room. They're going to try to look to improve it. And so just because people have played does not mean that they're good. And I'm not knocking anyone. I'm across all sports. Just because you played doesn't make you good. Just means you were the best at that time. And so if Rodney Gardner feels like he can upgrade and improve his room by adding 2 bodies, one from Southern Cal, one from Kansas, then let's see what he's got. I mean, Tennessee's defensive line last year basically had no coach. And so, you know, once Brumbaugh was fired, so that group probably needs kind of a reshaping. And so I think that, you know, some of these guys that are used to doing it a certain way, they're either going to shape up or they're going to be shipped out. So we'll see how they respond this summer. I think they have a chance to still be here, but at the same time, they've got to do things the right way. And so that's why Tennessee brings in 2 quality bodies.
Don't get much more clear than that. Austin Price, VolQuest.com. What is Tennessee getting in tight end commit Brody Foley, 6'6", 230 from Cincinnati, Ohio?
Well, they're getting a kid that can stretch the field, a really solid athlete, high points the ball well, and they're getting a guy that's already 230 pounds. Let's say that, he's listed 6'6". So let's say, though, everybody gets the old courtesy age. So let's say he's 6'5", 230. He's already, weight-wise, pretty far along. So when he gets to campus, I'm not saying he's playing right away, but what I'm saying is body-wise, you don't have to put 40 pounds on him. Jacob Warren got here and he was like 207.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to, put all that weight on. You're getting a kid that's, already college prepared as far as size, weight, and then it'll be just about reshaping, the body more than it is packing on the pounds.
Yeah. Interested to see how Tennessee's going to use the tight ends this year. We're seeing how important they are at the NFL level. I didn't see where, just from a statistical standpoint, I didn't see where Central Florida really blew up the tight end with targets, but that doesn't mean that they're not a vital piece of the offense and don't have a ton of responsibility. So we'll know that this fall. And so for Brody Foley, 3-star receiver from Cincinnati, man, did it play any to him? Was it a big factor to him that the offense coordinator was also the tight ends coach?
I don't know if it played a huge role. I do think that, for Brody, he and Coach Golish have had a really good relationship. And Coach Golish has recruited the state of Ohio for a while. So I do think that, Brody had wanted to jump in coming off that open practice back in early April. And Tennessee kind of held him off, just not because they didn't want him, but more so because they wanted the first commitment of the Josh Heupler to be an in-state kid, and it ended up being, Elijah Herring from Riverdale. And so, once that happened, and, Brody kind of got a new date in mind and kind of, it always cracks me up. I really want to keep it a secret. And I'm like, then you probably shouldn't have tweeted out, hey, or put on Instagram, commitment in 14 hours, 14 minutes, and 12 seconds. Because, once you put out a date or a specific time, anybody that's covered your recruitment really starts digging on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how that went down.
Were you surprised to see Henry To'oTo'o land at Alabama?
Well, not really, but at the same time, yes and no. No, because that's one of the main schools that he was interested in from the jump. But yes, just because it seemed like, and it sure felt like everything had cooled on that end. Now, I had talked to somebody, 6 weeks ago or so, and they felt like Alabama was going to go in a different direction. But maybe coming out of spring practice, they reevaluated and decided to go down that direction. And, Henry playing the long game, otherwise, why would you not have announced until now? You've been rumored for Alabama for 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
That part of it checks the box that, Alabama, potentially reevaluated and felt like they needed help at linebacker. And that's why Henry didn't announce till May 8th or whatever it was.
What about Crouch to Michigan State? That kind of, at least to me, was out of the blue. Maybe it wasn't to you.
No,
you know
that one actually, his uncle played there. That one was not out of the blue at all for me. Again, those are the guys that are no longer here, and to me, you can't concern yourself with those guys. Especially Crouch. You'll never see him again unless you. Because the likelihood, unless you run into him a bowl against Michigan State in a bowl game 2 years from now.
Who's basically switching sidelines, and and a team you play each and every year that is a rival. And I don't care if it's, Alabama, they've won, since 2006. It's a team you play every single year in the SEC. I just couldn't do that. And I just think I couldn't congratulate him privately. I would say, hey, man, cool, good luck. But I'm not congratulating him on, like, him achieving something. And I dang sure wouldn't do it publicly to rub the fans' noses in it and the coaches' noses in it. That's my only issue.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm with you. I think that's just, modern day. That's just modern day athletics. Like, I mean, back in the 80s and 90s, you just didn't see that. I'm not to say people didn't get along, but, that we're on, separate teams. But at the same time, I don't think it was much more, well, if you're not with me, you're against me. And now it's like, well, if you're not with me, then, cool, buddy, I'll give you a shout out on the Twitter and the Instagram and, throw you a few likes and that type of stuff. So I just think that's just modern day. I mean, I think because of the way recruiting is done now, and I think it's really shaped from that because, like, you see a kid and he'll recruit, another kid to come play with him. But if the kid don't come there, like, he's like, go get him, Brody, or whatever. Like it's just, he's, just excited that, he just went to the school that you're going to play every year. I just think it's kind of fostered from that because they grow up becoming friends on the recruiting circuit and this and that.